So let's say you found a skeleton. How would you tell it's a dinosaur? You personally, how would you decide?
Well, interesting question. I don't know. I'd have to do some research on that.
Hey, we're live! Welcome to the show, everybody.
Hey everyone!
Welcome to Top Hats Off with the dog.
I prefer El Perro. Yo soy El Perro.
To heal our brain, all of our brains, after listening to Kent Hovind get everything wrong about the Bible.
What does Kent Hovind get right about anything that is connected to his career as an
name right?
educator? We'll call it.
Yeah, his name. Well, no, he doesn't, because he calls himself Dr. Kent Hovind.
Yeah, he calls himself Doctor.
So yeah, even his name he gets wrong.
Well, to heal ourselves from that, we're gonna try and figure out what the fuck's going on in this factory.
I don't even know.
I am lost. I'm going to run away. Goodbye.
What part's confusing?
I'm gonna go east. No, I'm gonna go south.
South?
I'm gonna make my own factory.
With hookers and blackjack?
No, efficiency means production.
Wait, do I need to play another, do I need to play the Jason rant again?
I don't think I've heard the Jason rant.
Well, okay, here's the unfortunate thing. I'm probably not going to screen share it onto Discord, so you might have to go to the watch page. So you might want to mute here, go to the watch page, watch for a bit, listen to the Jason rant, and then come back and let me know what you think of the...
Where are all of my resources bent?
Of the Jason
Why is
rant.
the land so barren?
I don't see the watch... You mean the watch page in Discord? I don't...
No, the watch page on YouTube. What do you think this is?
Okay, gee.
Come on.
Presumably it's in one of your things that you've uploaded.
Well, it's on Top Hats Off.
Click on the link that I clicked.
Oh.
Yeah.
I should probably spell correctly.
What?
Do you know how life works? Huh?
You can't spell anything.
Do
when
you?
click the link.
Do you?
I give you everything. I treat you like a princess, and you betray me.
Everybody would betray me.
I'm fed up with this world. So let me know when you're at the watch link, and then you can mute, and then I will just, do the thing.
I am at the stream page that apparently started 4 minutes ago.
Yeah, you should mute and then wait a bit. And turn on the volume.
Oh, I found copper.
Yay, copper.
Copper, I barely know.
Dapper Dumber. What do you call him? Dapper the stupid. Dapper the dumbest of the dumb.
Why
What
does
does he
he keep giving me like
Dapper
6 sets
goes
of
out
chopsticks?
there.
No, I am eating
He goes
all of
out
it.
there because Matt
Samurai
Paper
Kent might be my least
disappeared
favorite cat with bent.
off the net.
At this point,
Shh, it's
Then
going.
he, what does he go? He goes out there calling Matt
yeah,
a fraud.
Perfection.
Well, Dapper Dumber,
Tear me apart, Dapper.
we've got a few replies to you coming up very shortly, and you're not gonna like it very
Penny from
much.
the chat
That's all
from
I can
Top
say.
Hats Off and-
I'm not gonna say too much, but you're a dickhead. You're a
I'm tearing him apart.
sucking little loving dickhead. Dick. Poof the mother. You Dapper dog. You're a dog. You're a
Can't
dog,
watch this without
Dapper. You
laughing.
know what you are? You're a dirty,
I know.
mangy, smelly little dog that doesn't know how to refute
It's something
anything
else.
scientific.
It
All
really
you can
is.
do is do freaking personal attacks on people because you're a dog. A dog. A dog. Do you understand what a dog is? Well, let me give you an idea. Go to the Bible and have a look at when a guy
I
had
have
to
a
go
serious question as to why
what
there
was
are
it,
not
King
resources
David?
everywhere, Bent.
and his servant said, King David, do you want me to go over there and remove that dog's head for what he said to you? Well, I'm not saying we should remove your head, but there's precedence for it in the Bible. You're a dog, Dapper. You're a dog. You're a low-life little fancy little pants little dog.
God, I love
You
this
and your
so
Navy
much.
career. You were in the Navy, were you? You know what they say about in the Navy? They say this. In the Navy, we cop it up the rear in the Navy.
Good, I found uranium.
To be a
Not
queer.
iron. Uranium.
Were you a
So iron
queer
went
when
out
you were
to
in the
the
Navy,
east.
Dapper? Just wondering.
I went out to the
Could you
south.
please answer that
By
question?
the way, just a walking
Are you a
fish, I
queer,
probably
Dapper?
won't release the censored version.
Or have you got a
Probably would
missus?
open
I'm
me up
not
to a
sure.
copyright strike.
I don't really care if you're a queer or not. Doesn't really matter. But I was just wondering, because you never seem to talk about a missus. Well, not that I've seen, not that I watch your stupid channel very much, because the incoherent babble that goes on there is absolutely fucking mind-blowing, stupid beyond belief. It's enough to make someone
Now I find
completely
iron.
stupid.
No,
if you're
that's
only
not-
partly
never
stupid,
mind.
if you listen to Dapper,
That's
you'll
it
be
now.
Dapper the dumbass. You'll be completely stupid. Dapper is the biggest fucking wanker that ever walked the
Oh, that's
planet.
how-
And Dapper, I'm really looking forward to your
build a
video
train
in,
transport it over.
what was it this morning, 30 hours, 20 hours,
So
or
cool over here.
15 hours or something from now. I'm looking forward to it. We're looking forward to seeing it.
All trains
Because
work.
Dapper,
There you go.
you know what? We haven't focused on you yet.
That's Colton's
But if
job,
you want to
not
look
mine.
like a moron, that's fine. You go into that video, Dapper. You go in there and you make fucking Matt look like a dickhead. You say
Actually, we
all
should
the
bother
fucking
them about
slanderous
joining.
shit you like about him. Because the simple fact
Let
is,
me just-
you don't know why that paper was rejected. You don't have a clue, do you? Well, I tell you what, mate. There's evidence that those at that
I need more underground
peer
belts.
review never even
So many
looked
beeps.
at the paper, never even read it. They probably read the first few
I just
lines
love how
and
many
saw
beeps
stuff
there
about
are.
creation and went, "Oh, we don't want that sort of paper here. We're not like
It's like all.
not even bother
So I
to
use the
look at it.
standard 1 kilohertz.
Not
tone,
even
and
bother.
It's like
Look at the
so much of
science
it.
behind it or the mathematics.
Oh,
Not
man.
a freaking skerrick of a worry about the science or the mathematics behind it. Just, we don't want to look at that. Well, Dapper,
Excuse
you know
me.
what? You know what? Quit
I
dog
did
piece of
successfully turn my mic off.
Not long,
Whoopsie.
Dapper, you're going to look like the biggest quit that ever lived. So you go ahead with your little... I'm just warning you, Dapper. I'm just giving you a warning, mate. You go ahead with your little show, your little anti-fancy
Do you think
little
it's alright
fairy
to add
show.
Dakota into
You
this
go right
Discord?
ahead and do that.
I mean,
Okay,
I don't
Dapper,
mind.
one day,
Yeah.
you
I can't
you
do
might
that, I
sit
don't
back
think.
and you might think to yourself, maybe
Oh,
I shouldn't
be able
do
to.
this because there's things that I don't understand. But that's the thing about evolutionists. They don't care whether they understand anything or not. They just make up shit off the top of their head, like Dan Cardinal, lying cockroach. What does he do? He comes on there and he says, "Oh, this paper is 100% fact. It's got no assumptions in it at all. There's no phylogeny.
God,
There's no
so
this. It's
great.
all 100% mutation rates, verifiable, observable.
Can we just
mutation
say
rates."
I hope FHT does more of this?
Oh, I definitely hope he does a lot more of this. This is just gold.
Yes, it is comedy at its purest form.
I hope that this just never ends, and it is just like permanent lolcow material. Like, for real though. It's just
I have now
so
found
amazing.
oil. I have found oil.
GG.
Good.
Okay, so yeah, that's over now, so just
No gold, no iron, just oil.
oh, the man is truly a warrior for Christ, says just a walking fish. Nobody makes me want to turn to Jesus like hearing his incoherent slur-filled rants. No. a true exemplar of what it really means to be a Christian. I could barely finish that sentence. Like, what?
It says Jesus said in the Bible, bleep 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 God bleep bleep.
I know. Oh my goodness, it's so great. Monk Mayfair needs to show up for more of these, because I'm like, oh, Monk Mayfair, if you want me to answer questions about Klingon, come on Top Hats Off, where I will answer questions about such things. And he's just like, no. Alright, well...
Why not?
I don't know.
Come on, man.
Yeah, right?
Alright, I'm back. Assuming the thing is done.
Yeah, it is. How'd you like it?
Yep.
I don't know who this person is, but it was amusing.
Oh, that's Jason, aka Faithful, Honest, and True. He's been on my channel. He's not coming back because of his abysmal behavior. But he's a character. I'll give him that. It's definitely.
Is he Irish? I got.
What? What is wrong with you? He's
Australian.
Australian.
What?
He's Australian.
He's Australian.
I found fighters.
Wasn't
Why?
sure. I was like, he's not British. He's not Scottish.
Nah, he's
Not
Australian. He's an Aussie.
If you turn your eyes towards me in my direction, you will see Baitaz.
I see. We got aliens.
Uh-oh.
Are you guys not playing in peaceful?
Nope.
Oh my
Okay,
god,
oh,
it's
you
Deadly
won't go.
Dakota Raptor.
A Dakota Raptor appeared. A wild Dakota Raptor.
I have good
But that's
news,
it.
Tim.
Oh? Who's Tim?
What's a 10?
Yeah. Anyways, I have good news.
Oh,
I ordered the Eberron campaign stuff.
you did? That is good
Yeah.
news.
It should be here sometime. Actually, it won't be here for like a week and a half because.
Ooh. Because of Kofefe 19?
No, I mean there are things I've gotten from Amazon that I literally got like within like 16 hours. It's more that this particular thing, there's not a very high stock of it, and it doesn't happen to be in the nearest fulfillment center. So,
Still boo, but okay.
I mean. Also, speaking of that, chaotic evil, making mac and cheese for your friends, but instead of adding cheese sauce, you add tang.
Ooh. Yeah, that's pretty chaotic evil.
I bet.
Gross.
I mean, it might not even be
Oh,
bad.
wait,
It's
he's a Tassie? Okay, that's interesting.
he's a
Yeah,
what?
he lives in Tasmania.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I was still. I still had the wrong hemisphere.
Yeah,
Iron.
yeah.
I'm iron. I just need coal now, or else
I mean,
it'll be powered by
as-
iron
as a
manufacturing
Yank-
entirely on wood.
As a Yank,
Cheap
I'm gonna go
inflation
ahead and say
beats
that
our-
Tassies are just a subset of Aussies.
That is correct.
I mean, in a lot of ways, New Zealanders are kind of in the same boat.
No.
There's a lot.
You're gonna start a war.
Yeah,
There's a lot of.
don't, no,
there's a lot
Start a
of
war.
don't even try. Don't even try.
Why are you so filled with hate?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of cultural overlap, kind of like there's a lot of cultural
Yeah,
overlap.
Anglosphere, dude. Anglosphere.
Right. I mean,
But that's the case for, like, Canadians and Americans, too, so...
but a lot of the Caribbean's in the Anglosphere too, so
Yeah.
there are distinctions to draw.
That doesn't mean you get to just say that, oh, you know, Kiwis are the same as Aussies. That's not okay.
Not quite what I said. I said they were in the same boat as Tasmanians, and that they're a subset. Not the same thing as being the same.
It's not the same as being the same. Got it.
Oh, just a walking fish, don't worry. I have no plans on visiting Tasmania in the foreseeable future.
They have devils out there, you know.
They do have devils. They're dicks, too, and they have transmissible cancer, which kind of blows.
Yep.
Then again, dogs have transmissible cancer, too. Dogs actually, like domesticated dogs actually have an STD cancer. Like, how much does that blow?
Obviously,
have
it's genetic
that-
What kind of cancer is it?
I don't remember exactly what kind of cancer it is, but it's basically mutated to be able to adapt to new hosts, and yeah, dogs can straight up get sexually transmitted cancer, which, like... that kind of sucks.
I guess having a relatively short lifespan is a boon now?
Why, because you die of cancer at an even younger age?
I think it's more that it's not as
Greg's
big of a deal if you're...
die from cancer. Great.
I don't know. Now that I think about it, it's not really a great...
Yeah, that doesn't seem like a great boon to me, but okay. You do you, man. You do you.
I think achievements.
You do you can be a very tolerant thing, or it could be a subtle way of saying go F yourself.
Alright, I've come to a conclusion.
Literally.
There's no coal near me. And, I can't be barred to go find any and ship it via probably train, so I'm just gonna pump oil and make solid fuel instead.
Okay.
Any achievements I need to worry about not breaking?
I don't
I
understand.
don't
Like,
care about achievements.
You're all going for an achievement run in this?
No, I don't care about achievements.
Yeah, I don't think we're doing an achievement run. I think we're just having
At
fun.
some point, I might be one.
Okay.
But
Where's my Spidertron?
yeah, so that
Yeah, good question. Ben, where's my Spidertron?
yeah, it was one of the mods that broke.
Boo.
Update. Thanks, update.
Well, I think I actually got my sequel properly installed by reinstalling it, so I can log off and work on Duke's thing.
Or
Nice.
hear
In
me out.
hindsight, I didn't really need to get my SQL running, but because it doesn't necessarily need a database. I've built C# applications without a database, but I figure, well, might as well get it set up in case you wanted to have like a database of reviews, or just having somewhat. If you wanted to keep track of any kind of thing on his page, but I don't even know if we need to get that far.
Or instead of working on the website, hear me out.
I can barely hear you.
Just play Factorio with us.
Yeah.
Okay.
You jerk.
Oh. I've honestly procrastinated about a lot of stuff, and I should
I feel you there,
Factorio's
man.
one of them.
be somewhat productive over the next couple days. I mean, I'm doing all right in the German thing.
Yeah, but how are you doing in Klingon, exactly?
I am at the same point Klingon-wise that I was the last time you asked me to start.
Okay.
I'm making a car.
How are you guys doing in German? I mean,
Look, I'm doing better at German than you are at Klingon. How about that?
I've done
hear
one
you, what?
lesson in German, which is more than you've done in Klingon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but that's not really what my question was.
I know the name of a bunch of things,
Yes, it was.
like Schwein and Pferd and Kuh
I'm trying to grid out.
Milk
and
and fish.
Hund, Milch.
Kinder.
Yeah, Kinder.
I know bestest mensch.
Manner.
Maybe.
Manchen.
Yeah, I know a lot, most of those words. So
Tapper, you're a hound.
I am.
I guess he is, right?
Is there a reason that the logistics system's trying to unlock something it can't?
Yes.
That sounds accurate.
Sorry, is there a reason the
Logistics system.
research is aimed at something it can't research?
Wood is my only fuel.
It's the next thing that I wanted to research.
They just queued up until it's ready
Well,
to go.
yeah, we need yellow science, and then we'll be able to do a lot of logistics.
Alright.
T-Lane, you found Iron. Get it to me.
So I'm working on.
I need this.
No, get it to me. Just do it.
Trying to get more
No, I
copper
need this
plates
iron.
delivered,
Just do it.
so we can get more red circuit boards.
And
do it. I
now
know
we'll be
training.
singing "In the Garden of Eden" by Iron Butterfly.
What is this, a Simpsons reference?
Yes.
That's water. I don't want water. I want sulfuric acid.
Bent, you are very quiet to me. Is anybody else experiencing that?
He's quieter now than he was before on my call with him.
Yeah, I can try. I'm gonna turn him up a little bit.
I don't know what to do about that.
How
I
far
could
away are you
switch
from
to
the
a
mic?
fourth microphone.
I don't think it has to do with-
switching microphones.
I think you should just have a greater proximity to the microphone, not a different microphone. Unless that different microphone is differed by its proximity to your mouth. Like, that's the one reason like I would prefer wearing headphones or a headset over earbuds and I'm like a different mic. Like, I'm not a professional, so I don't need a super high quality sound. Well, I'm not a professional.
So I put
Voice
a
actor, I
microphone
guess.
on my Amazon wish list earlier today because of microphone issues. Like before we did Kent with Ben.
Yeah, we had some pretty serious mic issues. They
I
were
had to digging out a microphone I haven't used in forever. Because it wasn't working well. People were complaining about it.
It was untenable.
I mean, I can't hear what you guys are hearing, so I don't know. I just when people say, "Hey, this microphone isn't working," and like everyone's saying the same thing, I assume that they're telling the truth. So
Probably
switch to
a
a better
better-
microphone.
Alright, I'm gonna take a poll. What should I have for dinner? I could have peppered salmon or
Sushi.
well, I guess well, I don't have
Sushi.
rice. I don't have sushi rice with me.
just order it.
Why would you need
Order
order sushi?
I don't think it'll get here in time. Or you mean order sushi? I don't.
Yeah.
Is there anybody? Is there a sushi place that's even open?
There are companies that
Monk
sell-
Mayfair is here. Monk Mayfair. I was just saying how much I wished you were here because, like, you were asking questions that were like
hang on.
super off topic, and I wanted to answer them, but I didn't want to answer them on that stream. Yeah, with Klingon questions. What up, Monk Mayfair? I don't even know where I'm going right now. Okay, going that way.
Where are you going? Just going south?
Well, I'm bringing some electricity
Oh.
our way.
Yes! Bring me the power!
They're well, the sushi places are either closed or too busy, apparently.
I want to know why I can't use oil power in this game.
And
Can?
What are you trying to say? Oil power?
Yes.
You mean like fuel oil?
whale oil?
Yes.
You have 5 boiled eggs and raw spinach for dinner? I mean, that's a lot of boiled eggs, but I like spinach. I have spinach in my refrigerator right now.
I tend to find myself eating 4 to 6 boiled eggs at a time.
Really?
I don't know. I guess I
I'm
just
just a weirdo.
I guess. I mean, there are pretty much no carbs. It's all protein and fat.
I am aware.
Well, I guess the keratin might have carbs, but or the eggshell isn't.
I tend not to eat the eggshell.
Nor I. Although I do have some unshelled peanuts, like a giant bag of them.
Yum.
That's a lot of fiber and protein and salt.
Monk Mayfair, I like how you're like, I've infiltrated the discussion as if I'm not normally down to talk about Klingon.
Oh, Dapper, speaking of which, can you give us a status update on the clan stuff? Or the
I
Star Trek
can. Yeah, so we have character creation more or less down. I'm probably actually gonna start on some character portraits if you guys want, but that would require coordination with you guys, so.
Ooh, I would like that.
The ship model is basically done. I don't think I'm gonna add to it. Let's see. I have already actually animated one scene for the opening credits. I have not finished the rules for the ship, so I still have to fill out the ship's character sheet. And yes, I did catch the I was trying to read it quickly, Monk Mayfair, but I did catch the drift that you had gotten both wit, and we're grateful. So So I am glad that you are liking that app, and I encourage Bent and T Lane to get it too.
I already have it.
All right.
It's an app for the phone, is what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't find it. You've mentioned it a couple times, and I keep not doing it.
It's extremely handy if you want to be able to translate Klingon. I mean, obviously, it's better for written because it's a lot easier to just be able to look at the spelling and look it up that way. But it's extremely handy.
Ew. I was gonna get Photoshop, like even just like the free trial version to do one little funny thing I had an idea for, but I didn't realize how expensive it is.
Yeah, Photoshop is ridiculous.
Look, you can do a lot of what Photoshop can with GIMP and Inkscape.
Yep, I agree. GIMP and Inkscape are basically all you really need.
And they are free or just cheaper?
Completely free.
Yes, those are both free.
Cool.
Yep. I use GIMP all the time. All my thumbnails are, well, I guess I can't say all of them, but the vast majority of my thumbnails are done in GIMP. Yep. Ugh,
I
I'm
don't change
tired.
my default browser.
Would you start using like Microsoft Edge?
No, like when I went to the GIMP page, it wanted to like if you don't read what it's actually asking, you try to change your default browser to web.
It'll no. Oh, does it to web? I thought it just changed to your home page. What do I
Maybe
know?
it was that. I don't know. In any case. Oh, what? No, not Git. I already have Git.
You're a Git.
Possibly.
You gonna get. The orcs are the biggest and the baddest.
Oh. Oh, GIMP is an extension. Okay. It's not its own program. What was the other one? Inkscape?
Inkscape.
Inkscape. Are they both photo, like, image manipulation?
Man, why is everybody retracting their messages?
I don't know.
You should know.
I'm not even watching that stream right now.
What? How rude.
Wait, how's that rude?
I just said it was how rude, so, you know.
In what way is it rude?
All of them.
Oh.
You're asking all those sociopathic questions, like.
Right? Stop being a crazy sociopath, man.
I am not a sociopath. What makes you
Prove
think
it.
that?
That's something a sociopath would say.
True.
It's also something that a non-sociopath would say.
I would never say that I'm not a sociopath.
Why would you? What would you say if you were accused of being one?
I would say, that's an interesting accusation.
So you don't have an emotional reaction to that? That sounds like something a sociopath would do.
Funny story, Mark.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would say. What a story, Mark!
So anyways, how's your sex life?
Exactly. And then I would say, do you think girls like to cheat just like guys do?
Keep your stupid opinions in your pocket. It's a different scene, but...
It is. Well, I mean, so was the one thing I said.
I need to make a recommendation. Get more power.
To be honest, one can be forgiven for mixing up scenes given how nearly incoherent the movie is.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it doesn't matter much. But, man, I love that movie. Have you seen the Disaster Artist?
I have not seen The Room in its entirety, nor The Disaster Artist.
Oh my goodness, we are gonna have to watch the room
All right,
together,
time for movie night.
right?
In fact, I just need copper. That's what I need, because at the current moment, in order to get copper, I literally have to mine it and send it over here.
No, there's copper being mined and put into chests back up at the main base. Just go there.
But I can't go up there without walking forever.
I just walk down here. You can walk up there.
But I'm making a car.
Why?
Yes, I can.
That's silly.
I mean, it's at least a necessary condition to making a car.
What happened to my power?
I don't know.
I don't want dash lane. Go
Where's my
away.
power pole? There's one right here.
Oh, maybe I ate it.
One thing I do appreciate about Factorio is that it does realistically have like a maximum amount of current that can flow through it, whereas a lot of games like that don't have that thing. It's like, oh.
What kind of current?
Like there is a maximum. What do you mean? What kind of current? Electrical current.
Well, I don't know. There's also like, like water current.
Oh, okay, that's fair, I guess.
And it has to flow from.
Hey, you got power poles, right? Can you fill in this gap right here, Dapper?
Maybe.
Please?
I'm more worried about my gap.
What about the gender wage gap?
Thank you for power pole.
What about the gender death gap? Oh.
Oh my god.
Why would I not add Inkscape to the system path? Seems like an odd default option.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, I agree. Disaster Artist did do some pretty good justice to the room. It was a damn fine fictionalization of the production of the room.
"20 seconds." Yeah, 20 seconds.
Car.
Death gap as in suicidal tendency or life expectancy? Actually, I mean the gap in...
Both?
what I specifically mean is
There's a delay on the car.
rather extreme gap in terms of on-the-job fatalities.
Yes, 93% of occupational fatalities are male.
Yeah.
It's often actually brought up that the number one cause of occupational fatalities for women is homicide, but if you actually look at the numbers, the occupational rate for that is homicide for men is also higher than it is for women. So it's true that women are most likely way women are going to die on the job is from homicide, but men are still more likely to die from homicide on the job than women are.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, I'm glad that you're pushing for equality in the boardroom, but when are you gonna push for equality in like the sewer cleaners?
Yeah, I'm not. 99% of oil rig workers are men.
And if you're gonna say, well, that's okay because that's what they want to do, then I'm gonna say, then you're gonna have to do a lot more work to justify why it's not okay to have an unbalanced board.
Yeah, it's whenever people tend to be like, oh well, women are pressured into this job or that career path, like as if men aren't. But the better question is, at what point is a person responsible for the decisions in their life? And they have their own agency. I'm not going to assume what's important to a person that informs their career aspirations. Whereas some people seem to want to assume what should be important to them and what their aspirations should be. So, yeah.
So the bad news is, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be awake, because I am tired.
I think I need to force myself to go to sleep early. I've been my sleep schedule has been shifting more and more into the morning, and then obviously waking up in the afternoon, which is not what I want.
Yeah, that sounds like bad stuff.
The main thing is that I just wake up and I'm not all that well rested, and then I don't really get much done during the day, and then I so.
It does sound like
Yes. Unintelligible bleh.
we need way more iron plates.
Okay.
Sounds like you need more iron plates.
Whatever would have given you that idea?
I don't know. Some dude saying it.
Monk Mayfair, I'm glad that you're having fun with this conversation. I am too, but like my eyes are closing as we speak. It's bad.
Ooh.
I've been up since like 2. Something like that.
So I'm putting wood in a box so that it turns the wood into a tree-nade where you can throw a grenade and trees come up.
I do like trees as a rule.
Pollution.
Trees, the euphemism, or trees in general?
Oh, there's a euphemism.
I don't. I need wood. Give me more wood. It's
Suck
my
up.
only fuel source.
What's it called? Pollution.
Ow. My car.
Oh, that's right. I bought some brown rice and millet noodles, for almost like ramen.
Oh yeah, the religion of Klingon. No, we did not go into that. Okay, so Klingon religion. Let's do a little bit of a detour into Klingon religion.
Ooh.
Okay, so there is some reason to think that Klingon religion changed significantly in the wake of the Herc invasion and occupation of Qotnosh, which was an invasion of the planet and conquering of it by aliens that was eventually repulsed by Klingons, who then reverse engineered some of the Herc technology to get their warp capabilities off the ground. It's not clear exactly what Klingon religion would have been like before that, although this was post-Kalis, so it couldn't have been super different, but it was probably still broadly polytheistic. Whereas technically modern Klingon religion is atheistic, with the idea not that the gods were never real, but that the Klingons slew their gods who created them. Because they were more trouble than they were worth, apparently. And so modern Klingon religion has a belief in an afterlife with a sort of a bad end and a good end in there. Which is more like the Norse idea of the afterlife than it is like a Christian idea. But it's also the case that Christian society has a pretty strong secular tradition, where like belief in gods and religion is it's not as primary as it is in a lot of modern Earth cultures. Now, we don't get super high amounts of detail, but we do know that apparently the honored dead go to some place called Stovokor, whereas the dishonorable dead end up in Grethor, although there are ways to sort of like get out of Grethor and end up in Stovokor if people do great and glorious deeds in your name in life.
It happened
So...
because she wasn't a Klingon.
Wait, what happened?
Went to Stovokor.
Who did?
Dax? Jadzia Dax?
Oh, I mean, I don't know.
They had her in an episode.
But, yeah, so Klingon religion right now mostly centers around Kalis the Unforgettable, as well as the ultimate fate of the soul, or whatever you want to call it, after death, which depends on the degree to which one lives an honorable versus dishonorable life, as well as the manner of one's death. Yeah, Sovacor is a lot like Valhalla. The idea is that you will fight in essentially eternal battles, and then spend nights feasting with Kalis, and yeah. Whereas in Grethor, you'll be tortured by demon-like entities. So yeah, it does share a lot of similarities to sort of like the Viking idea of the afterlife. But unfortunately, we don't get a lot of details. We do know that there's a monastery on the planet Borath that, until some of the events of the Next Generation, was basically set up to await the second coming of Kalis. But then some clerics at the monastery cloned Kalis, and they were like, "This is what Kalis really meant about him coming back," and everyone was like, "Oh." But we do get a Klingon wedding ceremony, as well as the pre-marriage ceremonies and whatnot, depicted in Deep Space Nine. That's interesting. We also get some Klingon mating rituals that aren't explicitly religious, but I mean they're interesting. In earlier episodes of TNG, as well as some going on later on in Deep Space Nine. But yeah, the Klingons have a weird mix of secularity plus a belief in an afterlife, so... Unsurprisingly, they don't feel any obligation to conform to human standards of religion. So...
How dare them!
Great Filipinos.
Yeah, it's time to purge.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hope that helped.
Star Trek might be more popular if it had Space Marines. Or maybe less popular.
I would say it would be less popular. I'm sick of ultra-violent Star Trek. Actually, I watched episode 1 of the Lower Decks today, and it wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen. But I just wasn't very impressed. I was just like, eh.
I saw a review of it, and it seemed more like, alright, so all of the minority characters are all kind of the same in personality.
Well,
and then they're all like, they're all like super competent, but also like, or at least super confident, and like all of their humor comes from being clever. We're all like the white guys. Their humor comes from being stupid or clumsy. I mean, like, I don't know. But it's more that the jokes really aren't all that good. And it really isn't very Star Trek-y, other than being set in that, like,
that's my
era.
biggest problem with a lot of the stuff that is coming out nowadays. It does not at all capture the tone of Star Trek. And it's like, oh, you put on a Starfleet uniform and you had a swoosh. Like, okay.
Yeah, like Voyager and DS9 were an interesting departure from like the TNG thing, in that like, okay, well, what about in the context of a war or like fish out of water kind of situation?
Right.
And I liked DS9 more than Voyager, but whatever. But after even Enterprise, like Enterprise started going in that direction away from it, but it still kind of held on to some of the core stuff. And then Discovery, from what little I've seen, is just
Discovery just makes me want to kill myself.
You guys need to make more power.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
It's been said that Lower Decks is very similar to the animated series. I don't know who said that. Other than the animation, I don't get that at all. Now, granted, I've only seen one episode of Lower Decks, so maybe that's wrong. But the episode I saw, other than it being animated, I do not see the connection between the animated series and Lower Decks.
Yeah, but just seeing the when the Star Trek like promotion is not about its writing or about the characters, but like certain diversity metrics are met, I'm like, well, I mean, that's nice and all if you do something interesting with that, but why aren't we talking about like interesting storylines or plot arcs or cultures and how that might be a parallel to what is going on Earth or what has happened in history? But now, like that is kind of what the idea of Star Trek is. Like, well, what if humanity now became kind of it threw off the for lack of a better term, the shackles of its prejudices of the past, because now you don't have to worry about poverty or crime, but now there's new challenges because now you're dealing with completely different cultures and different scenarios, but that doesn't seem to be the case anymore.
And yet it somehow falls back into this like paranoid xenophobic state with information censorship in Picard. I don't know.
I haven't seen any of Picard, so I'm not sure. But
It's not great.
yeah.
It's not Star Trek.
I hear they basically retcon 7 of 9 as a character.
I mean, she's at least somewhat into ladies now. Whereas she was not before. In fact, she was somewhat disgusted by the idea.
So,
Yeah.
being sexual is a choice.
Yeah, according to Star Trek it is. Star Trek 2020.
It's 2020! It's the current year.
So they gotta meet their diversity quotas because that's how it's supposed to work.
See, the one thing that just gets me about that is that there is a value to diversity. Like, hearing different perspectives, hearing different, like, points of view, like, there's value in that. But it seems like that whole thing is completely, like, ignored for, well, these people are from a different race or a different country, so they must be different in the ways that we value diversity. It's like, well, maybe, but not necessarily. In fact, it seems rather prejudiced to assume that because they look different or sound different from you, that they are fundamentally different from you. Maybe they're not.
Mayfair with the hashtag current year. Yeah.
I mean, the whole "it's the current year." We should have I assume the implication is that we should already be like whatever thing they're expecting society to aspire to. But you can use that all the time. Like, it becomes a thought-terminating cliche. It's like, well, why aren't we already like this? It's the current year. It's like, well, okay, but that's not a reason why we should or shouldn't be a certain way.
Legs, why are you the way that you are?
I'm not sure how to answer that question.
Good flag.
Like, that's a very ambiguous question.
Just like your mom.
I guess? Hey, everybody else in my family is right-handed. No one's ambidextrous.
Good for you. I'm sure you had to work hard.
Being left-handed really isn't that much of a detriment. The only difficulty I've ever
Scissors.
You quickly learn to use certain things that are geared towards right hand. When I use scissors, I use my right hand. By the time I got to adulthood, the only thing I can distinctly remember having difficulty with is starting the chainsaw, because my left arm is genuinely stronger than my right. So, and it was actually a lot more difficult to start right-handed. But I mean, if it wasn't for the dead man's or the dead man switch, I could have started it left-handed, but they have that as a safety feature. So
I need a lot more steam engines.
So I know there's nuclear power in Factorio, and I know there's steam power and there's solar power. But is there any other
Solar.
Well, I said solar. Is there another
Sorry.
one?
Accumulator power.
That's not really a power generating source, but I guess
It can be used to deliver power when you have no other source of
Well,
power.
technically, nuclear is also steam.
that's true. I should have said coal versus nuclear then, or is wood burning steam? No, you can't get the temperatures you need for that.
You can
I
get.
think you can burn wood instead of coal.
Hmm. In any event, I'm assuming there's no wind power or geothermal or oil.
There's
With the
oil
standard
power.
game, I imagine there's mods. I still can't hear Bent. Am I the only one?
He is very quiet.
I think the most reasonable thing to do is just say Bent has been banished to the Shadow Realm and leave it at that.
I feel fine, guys.
I'm not dead yet.
You feel fine from the Shadow Realms.
Now it goes
That's
You're
gonna
the
let
sh-
Tommy on the feed.
Yeah, but if you're in the Shadow Realms, you might be saying that under duress.
I don't think I'm under duress.
Oh, that's just what someone under duress would say.
I know I'm not under duress.
Yeah, but I can't see if you're giving me a winky face or not.
It's true.
Maybe you're blinking in Morse code.
You guys know.
Maybe he's breathing in Morse code, but he's too quiet for us to detect.
Maybe
Not
he
even that
is
quiet.
Morse code.
It's just your ears that are breaking.
Alright, my dudes, well,
Maybe.
pretty soon I'm gonna get out of here because I am fading fast.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go soon too. I need to get to bed.
But I do want to
I
say
need
thank
to
you.
do it, and I
want to say thank you to, Fernando Katakai and Smitty and Muck Mayfair and who else was in here earlier?
Kenny.
I was briefly.
Mr. Walking Fish, Kenny, and yeah, Also, I guess Legs.
You know what? I have a quick question, which
Yeah.
because I'm not sure the answer on. Is SFT and his little crew King James only? Like Kent?
I don't believe so, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's something Speed of Sound might be more familiar with. But if they are, that's something that, like, the actual history of it, I want you to talk to them about, because clearly creationists like Kent Holland don't actually know textual history very well.
To be fair, most people don't, myself included.
Alright, well, I'm gonna get out of here. Everyone else, I want you guys to tune in tomorrow for episode 1 of the book club. Should be fun.
Yeah, please do.
What time was it again?
It is at 5 your time.
What
which is
time?
Pacific.
Gotcha. Ow.
Alright, well, everybody, thank you for watching. I'm sorry that I crashed so hard all of a sudden, but yeah, like I said, I've been up for, I don't know, like 19 hours. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. I'm just dead. Like, subscribe, share it. I don't know. You do you. I've been Dapper Dinosaur. You've been my chat.
Yeah.
Catch you later.